Another travel day. We've made it back to Newark International 5 hours earlier than I should have been. I'll tell you the reason why. That bus journey back from the MetLife Stadium across the interstate back to downtown Newark, I wouldn't say it put me off, it gave me that gut feeling that I needed to factor in more travel time. So I went to bed at 9:15 after watching Ulsan HD versus the Sundowners. Anyway, it was the Sun Uppers because they won 1-0. Actually, they scored 3 times, but 2 of them were disallowed. There was no one there, was there, in that stadium in Orlando? It was weather delayed as well, which I didn't quite understand. It must have been a thunderstorm. Yeah, it was delayed for an hour. And I just couldn't find the energy to stay up and watch Monterrey versus Inter. I wish I could, because that was just after 9 o'clock local time. I fell asleep. I'd already packed. I got up early, showered, walked to the Penn station just for sentimentality, and got a bus. And the bus got us here way sooner than what I expected. So now I've got 4 hours to either away. So you can expect some more videos, but of course by the time you see this one, those videos, which are mainly shorts, YouTube shorts, they'll already be out. Anyway, let's go and find something to do for a few hours in Newark International Airport. So I was just passing through security, casually minding my own business, put my bag in a tray, along with wallet, passport, and the guy says to me, "Hey Chandler Bing?" And I'm like, "Oh my god." He was like, "Has anyone ever said?" I was like, "Dude, I haven't heard that in 25 years. Yes, 25 years ago I was at university. I suppose I did bear a striking resemblance to Chandler Bing. It's the chin, isn't it?" And I said, instinctively, "I wish I had his money." And then I realised what happened. And then I went, I'll just take his legacy instead. And we all laughed. And he just wouldn't leave me alone. And the irony is, he then said, "You should do a YouTube channel." Funny, isn't it? Hey Chandler, 25 years. Still got it. 6 days after connecting through here, we're back in Atlanta. It's an eventful flight. Ian last behind me was insistent. Did anything but talk to me. Shrieked, wailed, kicked, pushed, threw everything at the chair, my chair. Bless. The good news is, I suppose, I don't have to take it home, do I? Ooh, shots fired there. That was a bit bitchy, wasn't it? Fuck it. Right. Atlanta, need some ground transport, need to find a hotel, dump my bag. Looks hot out there. Hot means beer time, doesn't it? Hot means beer o'clock, and we've earned it after that morning. We've done nothing but sit in Newark Airport, edit, upload videos to YouTube. Yeah. Let's get on a train or on a bus. We like taking buses in America. Real life, real people. Let's find a hotel, get a beer. Hopefully some food. Oh, some burnt ends would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah. Oh, salivating now. There's some Porto fans on the plane as well. Yeah. They've travelled a long way, haven't they? From Portugal. Oh wow. Disco going off in here. Alright. Oh, I'll have to get a beer. I mean, well, eventually. Train them. We're on the Marta. Like an overground train. I guess like a light railway. Gotham's light railway for you viewers in the UK. I can't remember the name of the one in San Fran now. Is it the BART? Yeah, it's similar to the BART anyway. So we start at the airport and go into, well, it's a red line service, I assume. It's going to North Springs. We get off at the Peachtree Centre and then the Hilton where we're staying. Don't judge me, it was last minute, like I say. I don't know if you realise, I booked this trip last Monday, so 4 days before I flew into Atlanta. I booked this trip, so it's the best I could do. I booked this trip on a whim. I'm still glad that I did. Yeah, still getting adjusted to this siege mentality. Like, everyone just forms a queue, and then the queue means nothing because everyone just pushes and barges their way to the front anyway. Yeah, still adjusting to that. Because of course we have more decorum, don't we? We're more, I wouldn't say civilised because that'll get me impeached. But we do love a queue, don't we, us British people? And we do stick to it, and we honour it, and we do speak out if someone abuses the system. No one gave a shit yesterday when I was trying to get a bus out of the American Dream shopping mall. No one, it's just like again, seats mentality. Anyway, let's see where we end up. Life is for learning, and every day is a school day. No such thing as failure, is there? It's just a learning journey that we've never been on before. That is profound. You know, doors are shut. Let's see which direction we're going. Well, the trusty Martha didn't let us down. Off the top of my dome, that was 6 or 7 stops. $3.50. So in our English money, for what it's worth, £3 to go from the station to here, and you get a little card, a breeze card that you can top up. That's handy. I'm not quite sure whether the stadium is in relation to downtown. I just hope to fucking God it's not. It's not like the MetLife. But by the way, as you can probably tell, it's absolutely roasting, it's roasting, it's melting, I'm melting, I'm overdressed, look, like joggers and a top. Need to get changed. Hopefully we can check in. If not, I'll dump the bag, go out, get a beer. I just don't mind the fact that there's a lot of concrete around. Concrete seems to attract the vagrants because it looks like a safe spot. Bless them. We've all made choices in life, we've all got choices to make in life. Sometimes you can only play the cards that you dealt with, and that goes for all society. But this channel, what I pride myself on, is no religion, no politics. Again, I can't help everybody. I'll help who I can, when I can, wherever I can. Right now, let's get checked in. OMG, is it hot? The shorts are on. Freshened up. Body lotion, because I was starting to honk a loogie. They've only been out here for 6 days. We're here for 18, and I've only packed for 12. Because I plan on wearing clothes inside out. Anyway, trying to find an Irish bar that I've just been recommended. Let's go. Let's see what we can find. Need a drink, man, it's too hot. I thought it had gone bust. It's a franchise, Hooters. Anyway, this will make you laugh. And the time it took to find an Irish bar called Gibney's, downtown, £8.16 for a pint. And it wasn't even a pint, by the way, it was 16 ounce. 20 it turns out is the pint. Chris Wilder was let go from Sheffield United. Guess who they brought in? Ruben Sellers. And the time it took me to down 16 ounce pint. Actually, it looked quite good in that Irish bar. I did ask him though, twice, if he was showing the Club World Cup. And he just looked at me blank, which feels like that tells you everything you need to know about the interest level here in the US for a major international football soccer tournament. Yeah, they're just showing reruns of, well, just news, baseball news, and the NBA finals, which I believe Oklahoma Thunder are 3-2 up against the Pacers of Indiana. Actually, Indiana was not far from Cincinnati, where Big Jim was heading to go and stay with his sister. Yeah. No one gives a fuck about the soccer here. I haven't got, sorry brother. I'll catch you later. I generally don't have any change. Well, that's a partial truth. I don't have it on me. What was I saying? Yeah, no one gives a fuck about the soccer. However, I've just found a sports bar, Hudson Grill. It's less than 1.2 k's away. So we're getting away from the Peachtree Centre. I feel like I'm walking in a massive fucking circle. Right, we're going to find this sports bar. and sync up then. See how much the Guinness is. There's always a Yingling, I suppose. Always a Yingling. Having said that, look, on the side of the Western, they're pushing Michelob, look, Michelob Ultra. It's not for me. I think I paid $12.80 the other day for a can. It was a big can, don't get me wrong, I mean, not to scale up there, but yeah. So there is exposure to this Club World Cup. I'm just not sure how exposed the people are. We'll keep cracking on, we'll keep finding out, see what's kicking off anyway at this sports bar. I'm going to take it back. Well, just whoa, calm down. Right, so I said that the US doesn't give a shit about this Club World Cup, and yet that sports bar there, right behind me, what's it called? Hudson Grill, fucking wall-to-wall coverage of, well, obviously the same game, right, but every single screen dedicated to Real Madrid versus Al Hilal. I just can't believe. Well, yeah, they got loads of offers on for is it Ultra Michelob? Yeah, Michelob Ultra, which appears to be one of the sponsors. You get like bucket deals. Wow. I went for a pretzel, which was very reminiscent of when I went to the Allianz. I could have fucking worn it. It was massive. The sauces were great. I've had a few pints. What have I had? I've had a Yingling, because that's always a go-to out here. I've had a local IPA, I've had some Pilsners. I think I had 4 pints, but they're not pints, are they? Because they're 16 ounces. 4 of those and a pretzel, and I think came to, and I put a tip on it, it came to £31. I don't think that's too bad actually. Weirdly, it's like just gone 5 PM local time. I've been out since just after 2. You know, to be fair, I have been up since 5 AM because I didn't want to be late this morning, but yeah, I sort of take it all back that, yeah, maybe there is some interest in this tournament after all, because again, every single screen, and it must have been, what, 100 foot long, that bar? Massive screen, and even at the end of it, right, the foot of it, the entire wall was like 8 massive fucking screens showing the game. What a result, by the way. I made the joke on a Discord chat about I should put Joshua Tree on to celebrate. And if you know, you know. Anyway, Bono was in goal, wasn't he? But not that one. No, we're going to see Bono probably, well, the Irish, when we go to New York again. Well, not Newark, but the whiter version of New York. Again, that might get me impeached from this country. I've not really seen any Porto fans. No. Well, we'll keep looking. Anyway, right, we're going to find another Irish bar. This one's called Meehan's. Right, let's go and check. Look, look at this. There's a tree in the way. That's a big building, isn't it? Right, let's go and get some more drinks. See how much more trouble we can get ourselves into. Sometimes all you've got to do is look up, innit? Look to the sky. There's more proof. Maybe they do care. Maybe they've just been in the wrong places. It's to prove that we're not all about the football, the soccer. Here's the Olympic Park. Atlanta hosted the Olympic Games in 1996. There's the flag with the rings. There's the torch. Couldn't light your fag off the end of that, could you? Well, unless you were BFG, a giant. Mike Ryland, by the way. Mike Ryland played the BFG in the live animated version. There you go. And they're still plugging the Club World Cup. Centennial Olympic Park Magnolia Tribute Garden, there you go. Culture, and not only culture, but our favourite number, look. Big fan of that number. And there's the names of some people that have passed. You get this outside of big football grounds, don't you? Anfield, Hull City do it on the wall inside the stadium. Honest question, how can you VIP a Ferris wheel? Like it goes. You all sit in the same cab, right? I must be missing something. We're back in the Centennial Park again. The host, Atlanta, for the 1996 Olympic Games. There's the flame. Well, would be flame, I suppose. There's a Ferris wheel. That's fun. That's what's up. I can't quite see it. There's a building right behind me. It's Coca-Cola's headquarters. It's their offices. Had a fun night in an Irish bar in Meeham's, downtown. Met a lovely couple from the Oval. And you'll like this one, Big Jim. You'll enjoy this one. You know where this one's going, don't you? Up the Chelsea. Yeah, season ticket holders, die-hard, lifelong fans. They're out in the US for a month. So they've already come in from Miami, where Cole Palmer, and it's hard to do the action when you're holding the camera in one hand. Cole Palmer and co beat LAFC 2-0. I met them last night in Atlanta. They'd done the stadium tour. They said it was amazing, and it's really close to downtown, which is a tick in the box after our experience with the MetLife in Newark. Yeah, they said it was really close. Then they're flying off to Philadelphia, and we might actually catch them. Yeah, I think there might be like a day in which we can go and see them. I'm intrigued as to what their experience in Philadelphia is going to be like. Here in Atlanta, for me, it's very spread out, massive buildings as you can see. Looks like there's thunderstorms coming in, but apart from the weather, it's very California. Yeah, or my experience of California. Whereas Newark and New York, obviously, they're a tiny landmass. Everything's built up. Everything's very claustrophobic. There's some tension in the air. Again, even as a white man, and I'm just calling out for it is people, right? A white man in a predominantly, 95% black neighbourhood of Newark. Didn't bother me because I'm not looking for trouble, am I? Just out for a good time. Not a long time, a good time. Well, I hope it's longish. Well, long enough to get this video in it. Put up. Anyway, yeah, it's a different vibe. I like it. Lots of space here, look. Not to say there wasn't greenery in Newark, because we did find that park, didn't we? Oh, the park dedicated to that black lady that had a lot of empathy, a lot of compassion for the slaves. Harriet Tubman? Yeah, there you go. See, I was paying attention. Anyway, so yeah, here we are in the Centennial Park. It feels like I should eat breakfast and then we'll do some more sightseeing. Kickoff's at 3 o'clock into Miami. Seen lots of Messi shirts, by the way. Well, Messi on the back of Argentina shirts, and they're playing Porto. There's lots of Portuguese in the hotel, in the Hilton. Again, don't judge me, it was last minute. It was expensive, so there you go. Joke's on me, innit? Right, yeah, under thunderstorm clouds. Let's go and get a cup of Joe. At the end of the day, we are in Georgia, which is the peach state, and that's a really cool piece of artwork that symbolises the peach state. That's pretty nifty. And then behind me, the State Farm Arena. I'm assuming that's where they play basketball. Is that the Hawks? I think it's the Hawks that play basketball, the Falcons that play American football, and then Atlanta FC, which should be just around this corner. Oh, and just on that, we were hoping to meet up with Louis. Remember Louis, the Mexican, that we met in Stuttgart, along with that guy with that tattoo on his chest? Yeah, he's on duty, basically. Yeah. I recall he was part of the coaching team for Atlanta FC. We were hoping to have met him last night, but he said he couldn't get a flight here. Look, you know, we had fun, didn't we? Yeah. Anyway, what a peach. What a peach of an arena. See what I did there? Always thinking. Always thinking. Another ground hopping entry. This time we're stood outside the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's a rectangular design. It's got a max capacity of 77,000. It took 3 years to build. It was an estimated cost of $1.6 billion. Ended up taking 3 years and costing just over $2 billion. $2 billion. It's got a rectangular design, it's got a retractable roof. It is home of the NFL team, the Atlanta Falcons, and more importantly, it's home to Louis' Atlanta United FC that play in that Milanese, that gorgeous Milanese red and black stripes. And do you know what? It was a very simple walk from downtown. After spending 4 hours drinking in that Hudson Grill again, making loads of friends. We've added 6 subscribers just by being sat there. It is a very expensive way of getting subscribers, but you know what? It's no substitute for talking soccer, football, or just people that just love that game and share that passion. Anyway, just sat down in the middle of the night and a Bacardi. Yeah, you didn't see that one coming, did you? The Bacardi, have a guess. Fuck it, don't bother. £16. And I got given a FC Porto bangle. I said that in said we'd end up supporting them anyway. Yeah, look at this. You can't. Well, I'll do it now. Look. This is a fucking phenomenal. Literally behind the goal. Just walked in. Oh man. Apparently they're not going to open the roof. I don't have an issue with that. Experience, getting here, cost of drinks, fan experience, fucking off the chart, AAA. Honestly, this is so fucking good. And Inter Miami and Porto. Wow, no one on my vote, but look at this, there's no one here. No one in for now. There wasn't anyone there when we went to Fluminense Dortmund, was there? But they did in the end. Anyway, this can hold 73,000. Honestly, this has been the best experience so far. It was walkable from the hotel, from downtown. Unreal. Pretty sure we've just seen Fabio Vieri. Remember him? Gonzo knows about him. I usually go out. But Gonzo's not here, he's holding the ranch. Yeah, Vieri. That's out. That's what Shout for You Games Messiah. Put the shades on. Yeah, Vieri playing for FC Porto here in the FIFA Club World Cup against Lionel Messi, the GOAT, Inter Miami. Yeah. Vieri. Not that one. Not the one that we all want to see, but he's now managing it again. Vieri. Prediction for this game, I think this is going to be 3-2. I think Porto are going to win this one 3-2. Yeah, the energy and the experience of getting here, it was walkable from downtown. There's a pub in the way. Come on, just like at Hull City, yeah. What a fan experience. This is the best we've had since we've been in the US. Well done, Atlanta United, well done. Anyway, 3-2, that's our prediction. 2, FC Porto 1. Honestly didn't see that result coming. And some of my favourite ever chants, Suárez, Luis Suárez, quite famous for biting, I think you'll all agree, especially Liverpool fans. He went down in the Porto half. I disagree with it, and I impulsively yelled out, "Get him a fucking dentist! Get him a fucking dentist!" Everyone around me seemed to enjoy that one. There was a few others like that, yeah. Maybe it was the 3 hours or 4 hours that I spent pre-game getting adjusted to the climate. Pretty proud of that one. Anyway, yeah, Messi, what a free kick. The guy in front of me yelled out, "You'll never score from there." His mates, I hope his mates give him shit for the rest of his life. The selection of jerseys that you see out here in the US is incredible. There was a Dwight York to my right, to my left was a David Beckham, and we're talking 99, literally 1999 treble season winning jerseys. It's like, there's a Ronaldinho down there, obviously everyone else is Messi. One-man team, by the way. One-man team. But that one-man team did come up Trump, didn't they, today? They did come up Donald Trump. Who's this guy? Oh, he's just going on his t-shirt on. I've seen some Yid Armies. Yid Army. Seen some Spurs. I saw one gooner. Declan Rice. Declan Rice. I had to give it a bit of that. And then we did meet Kev and his son Terry, who from Stevenage. Terry apparently is a prolific golfer. He's ginger. He's a... Oh, what's the guy from Harry Potter? Anyway, I might have to put it on the screen anyway. Yeah, young lad. Golfer apparently, played a tournament yesterday. They're from Stevenage. And he always gets on the Jumbotron. I know I'm all about too much information, but what do you want from this channel? What do you really want? You want me to report the truth, don't you? This is now our 3rd stadium visit at the FIFA Club World Cup, and I like to rank everything in life out of 7, but I won't be that awkward cunt. I'll do it out of 10. And out of 10, I have to give this at least a 9 in terms of the signage to find the stadium, and also the fact that it's only, what, 1.2 kilometres from downtown Atlanta, so it's nothing compared to the MetLife in Newark, which, alright, was 70,000, but it was a bit of a pig to get to. Yeah, so distance from downtown, the experience of finding the venue, going through security, buying a beverage, the prices of beverages, finding your seat, everything is well laid out. I don't know if you can see behind me, maybe you can't. There are signs, by the way, that are pointing to the different districts for your seat. Yeah, it's got to be a 9 out of 10, the best one we've experienced so far on this trip.
Nothing hero with our hotel. Yeah.